Good morning, it's June the 29th, day 6, and welcome back to the Twisting Roads. It's 6:30 and 13 degrees, a little cool, a wind off of the North Sea here. Just packing up, but I just wanted to include a little story that unfolded last night around 8:30. When I checked in around 2 o'clock, I was the only one here until around 8 o'clock, and I heard a car arrive. And I was afraid that the car would be parked in a driveway over here, as you can see. But they had moved their car over here. They had moved their car over closer to the wall here, and I was afraid that they were going to block me in. So I went downstairs, and I saw this elderly lady. She's German, in the front lobby, and she said that she's having difficulty finding the combination of the key lock. So I looked at her reservation, and it was for room 5. Room 5 is actually in a cottage over there. So I told her, I said, well, why don't you come over with me? And we found the room and the key lock for that particular room, and she opened it up, and she was very thankful. She came back out, and she said her husband was in the washroom. Anyway, he came out, and he closed the door, the interior door of the vestibule. So I made sure that they sort of settled in, and when I went back in, this front door is always open. There's a lobby door here, and it's supposed to be open all the time. But for some reason the lock broke, and the latch didn't pull in from the outside, so I basically couldn't get back in. I was locked out. So I went back to her and I said, your husband closed the door and the latch is broken. I have no means of getting back in. I left my key. I left my cell phone in my room. And they used their cell phone to call this number. So the lady calls this number, and I explained to the person who is the proprietor of the place, I said, look, the vestibule door is latched and I can't get in. There's no keyhole or anything. And I said, I have my phone, I have everything in there, and I can't get in, and it's rather chilly outside. So anyway, he said, well, he says, we can send the maid over. She only lives about 2 or 3 minutes away. I said, well, can you do that? Then he asked me, he said, well, can you find the key to the rear door? It's in the greenhouse. I said, well, okay, I'll look for it. He tried to explain to me where it was, and it wasn't there. I said, well, please send this cleaning lady over. Meantime, I'm on this phone for quite a while, and the German lady says, it's getting expensive. We've got roaming rates. I said, why don't we hang up and use WhatsApp? So I said, don't bother. I said, I'll wait for the cleaning lady. So the cleaning lady lives about 2 minutes down, and I see her walking briskly down the street over here, and she arrives, and she has a key to the back door over here. And she opens up the door from the back. It's an old block. And she goes upstairs and back in the lobby, and she opens the door up for me, so I'm able to get back in. So I guess they were concerned about maybe the negative review with the door being latched on other patrons. And she said, she got out a bottle of wine and a box of chocolates for me, and as a means of compensating me for my inconvenience. But Very nice. And the owner, when I was on the phone, he was apologizing profusely. I mean, he must have said that 5 times. We're so sorry. We're so sorry. We're going to get the lock changed tomorrow. And, you know, it went on and on and on. Anyway, finally, they end up jamming the vestibule door open so no one uses it. Another couple had arrived just after she opened up the front door, and I said, look, I said, you're lucky that, you know, you came in at this time, because you would have been locked out too, because the door, the vestibule door is locked all the time, so it won't open. Anyway, the cleaning lady jammed the front door and basically sent out a voicemail to all the patrons, or the guests here, to all the remaining guests in each of the rooms in this house. You know, we have an incident. Please do not latch the door in the vestibule. So, okay. Anyway, it was rather a bit dramatic, but it all ended well, rather comical. And hopefully that's it for the... There's a little line here, I think here. Ooh. The bottle of wine and chocolates were in on the counter of the kitchen, but I guess the other couple decided to take it for themselves. So someone benefited. I didn't really want to drink the wine late at night. Anyway, it was rather tenuous. Sorry. For a while there, it was rather tenuous because I couldn't get in and it was rather chilly. Oh boy, this isn't my room. I'm all packed up and ready to go. So, a little drama that happened, and everything's okay now. There are no issues, and I'm just about to head over to the ferry terminal. I'm quite early, but I think I'll have some breakfast over there. So, I'm boarding the ferry at 9:30. It's about a 2.5 hour crossing to Christensen. And then from there, it's about 6.5 hours to Stavanger. So it's going to be an extra long day for me. I'm supposed to FaceTime my wife Linda around 6 o'clock, but I just emailed her. I said, unfortunately, I don't think I'll be able to make it by 6 o'clock because the total trip is about 12 hours. So, all right. We'll see you on board the ferry. Put the check in right now, and I had to go up to the front to find out which lane I was supposed to be on. I had to wait about 5 minutes before someone came out and explained to me where it should be. And I've got this British couple who's lined up behind me right now, and they have the same problem. I talked to a few other people in line and they're all confused, so it doesn't really map out exactly which lane you're supposed to queue in on. The typical of Norwegian ferries, I actually had cancelled last year because of motorcycle problems. I tried to get a refund and they said, well, we can only credit you for another trip. And by the time I was able to respond, they said, sorry, we won't credit you for anything. It's $0, so it's a big FU. So I'm not impressed with Fjordline or any of the ferry services here that goes to Norway. There's a complete lack of information, and there's a lot of confusion here. Well, the ferry has just come in, and it's being unloaded, and the rain has started to fall, so definitely have to put the rain gear on when we get on board. So this is the Norwegian coast. We're about to come in maybe around 10 to 2. I've decided to take the toll roads this time because it's going to be 6 hours and it'll push me into maybe about 7 o'clock. So I'm going to take the toll roads. Should get into Stavanger around 5 o'clock. Well, I arrived in Stavanger at about 5:30. I decided to not take the coastal road. It would have added about 3 more hours, and it would have forced me to arrive around 8:30 instead of 5:30. So not much Norwegian coastline to see. And the fact was is that it was raining intermittently on and off there quite hard. So I don't think I would have seen very much of it anyway. So hopefully the weather will cooperate tomorrow on my way to Bergen, and we'll have more scenic vistas to document. Anyway, it's about 8 o'clock right now. Just had dinner, and I'm ready to just edit some videos and call it a night. So we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching.